Greetings, it is I, Susie Q. We're working with another video. And I first want to give you a little bit about how I came up with some things are coming up to surface. And so maybe a few months ago, or maybe 6 months ago, I started noticing things in my body that were different. And I work with a chiropractor, so I always can have assistance with that. But I just started noticing that things were coming up to surface, meaning I could see the superficial area. This is our largest organ is our skin that we're in. And I started noticing things and kind of acknowledging, like, what else can I do? What else do I need to know to clear some things on the skin? So that's the premise of this is some things are coming up to surface, and that's what happened for me. And I'm always diligent, like checking on the body and what else do I need to know? What else do I need to experience? Or what else is there that's coming up for me? So we're going to go right back into Delete on the Spot, and this is a book. It's about stress and pain. And Cam Yun, it was a chiropractor. He passed away this year, and I've got his book. It's called Delete on the Spot: Stress and Pain. And we're going into deeper kind of techniques, and it's to me, it's kind of challenging because it's kind of easy to do this. I mean, I haven't completely learned all of the practices, but I'm sharing this with you because, especially if your boots on the ground here, been here for a while, is that we have things that happen. And the more that we can learn a little bit more about our body and some of our emotions, all of these things are in play. So we're going to get started right now with Delete on the Spot: Stress and Pain. Next, you think quickly of your emotions and then feel your emotions, determining whether they are strong or weak. When any emotion feels strong, then that emotion is not problematic and thereby has no effect on you, anyone, or any situation. So I'm going to say that again. I'm going to do the whole thing again because I really want you to feel into these words, and you could even say the words or the energy of the words. Next, you think quickly of your emotions and then feel your emotions, determining whether they are strong or weak. When any one emotion feels strong, then that emotion is not problematic and thereby has no effect on you, anyone, or any situation. All right. So this is where this is very basic, but there's all of these different ways of looking at energy. All right. So we're going to go to the next one. When an emotion feels weak, then that emotion is problematic. All right. This is it's pretty succinct. When an emotion feels weak, then that emotion is problematic. So we're finding it from our body has all these different experiences, and all of a sudden we have the weakness with our own emotions. Think about that. Could be may I hurt myself or something, but these emotions are coming up, and again I'll say when an emotion feels weak, then that emotion is problematic. Okay, so it's all about emotions, energy and motion. The next one is when an emotion feels strong, then that emotion is not problematic. So these are really kind of strong or weak ways of looking at things. But really, when we have something that happened that was, big or bad, big or bad, or whatever, we just know that the emotions are really kind of running the show. So we're going to go to the next piece. When emotions test weak, strengthen to delete the cumulative effects of all previous emotion in the body, mind, and soul to zero minus infinity, a level where all previous emotions are gone. So the current experience is limited to just the new emotion. So I kind of like this, So working with the body, I'm always working with the body, my own body, and helping other people with their experiences with their body. They're doing a lot of subconscious things that we do. All of these things are conspiring to help us. We've been here on the planet Earth, the school of Earth, boots on the ground, and we've been here for a while. And it's a great opportunity to start looking at what else can I do right now? What else can I freaking do right now, to have a better experience with my body? I want to be here. I have more things. I have more lessons to, process. I have more divine purposes coming through. But all of these energies are super super amazing. So on that last paragraph that I wrote, I'm just going to say it again. All right. I want you to really like lean into these energies and knowing that strong or weak, whether it's in the pain or the stress or anything, it's really about the emotions. Who's running your show? Who's running the show with your emotions? So I'm going to go back into it one more time. When emotions test weak, strengthen to delete the cumulative effects of all previous emotion in the body, the emotions in the body, and also mind and soul to zero minus infinity, a level where all previous emotions are gone. They're gone. So the current experience is limited to just the new emotion. All right, so so sometimes when we're looking at good or bad or strong or weak or these kind of these different experiences, we start looking at some of the things that might help us, because maybe we're learning a little bit more about the emotions and how we feel and where the emotions, what emotion do you have, or what emotion is it, where is it stored in the body, and where did it come from? We go through all of these series of questions. And so for right now, though, we're going to go ahead and look at some of the things that could be weak or strong. So you could be exercising or you could not be exercising. You could be eating nutritious food or different food, right? That you need to do it better, right? And then you could be resting or you could have problems with resting. Or are you drinking enough water or are you not drinking water? So these are weak or strong things. You could also be looking at some of the things that you're ignoring with some of the symptoms in your body. Could I heal that, or is it still happening, right? You could also go into excessive stress, or you could just say, I feel fabulous. And then also with our diets, what are we eating? Was this good for me or is this not good for me? And then also just looking at some of the inconsistent treatments. Maybe you're in at some level of a treatment right now, and maybe they're going to be good or they may not be helping you. I don't know. So all of these things, when I look at these states of consciousness, I always look at it as emotion, which is energy and motion. All right, so let me just pop this down here. So right now we're really focusing on some of these strong or weak, with the emotions and knowing that it's coming from the body. We're experiencing this stuff in the body. So let's just say you did me wrong, people, you did me wrong, people. And then all of a sudden these emotions start kind of popping through into some experience in your body, and it could be resting in your heart. It depends on where you're at with your body, but it could be in your gut. It could be in your blood vitality. It could be any structure or any organs within that digestive tract, the liver, the gallbladder, the pancreas, all of these things. When we're looking at, things that happen, oh God, like, what do I do? What do I do? Sometimes these things just, these emotions, the emotion happens, something, maybe an event happened that wasn't good, or maybe it was, a disaster or something, but you start getting an emotion, you start creating that emotion then, and all of a sudden it just becomes part of your physical body, and it's being rested someplace in an organ or someplace in your body. And so all of this energy is really helping us, looking at delete on the spot. So the more that you can kind of go in there, and even with my QHHT, my quantum healing hypnosis technique, we go through this process of, figuring out what happened in this present life or even in a past life. And then we start going through a train of questions that we ask for during the subconscious piece with QHHT. And that's where we get a lot of understanding about where was the origin when something happened in the body, or finding more guidance about that, because sometimes the origin may not even be in this lifetime. It might have been in a past life. We see a lot of that with past life energies. And then we start getting better solutions and learning maybe the origin, where it happened or what time period it was. And you could even move into what we call the future, the future life. And so sometimes it's past, present, or future concurrent running timelines, as above, so below. But all of these energies are really helping us. And the more that we can start kind of going into this like little diagram, like what happened, what was the experience, when was that, and where was it stored in the body? All of these questions come through, and I absolutely love and embrace all of the people that come in for sessions with me with QHHT or the Akashic Records, or even with the some of the automatic written pieces. So all of these things are conspiring to remind us about who we freaking are. We're boots on the ground, right? We're sourced by the source, God's source, whatever name you go by, and we have that capacity to heal and learn more things about our body and understand about our emotions, our feelings, our thoughts, our impressions. All of this energy that I'm working with, especially with Delete on the Spot, which I absolutely love, is that we start having more understanding. It could be weak or strong, purple or green, up or down. You have all these different ways of looking at life. But I really enjoy processing some of these stories and some of these books and some of these resource pieces, and then just really I love sharing at this level. And the more that we share with one another about how we can do better with our body, with our thoughts, our emotions, our memories, our impressions, all these things are really, really helping us. So I think we're almost done. So we'll see you soon, and namaste.